In the next 10 minutes, we'll go through the 5-step process of learning to play any song on the piano or the keyboard by ear using the revolutionary technique of rhythmic patterns. Now we'll start with the very beginning foundations of music, but within the first few minutes of this video, we'll use that technique of rhythmic patterns to play our first simple song by ear. And by the end, we'll have gone through the process of stringing together many advanced rhythmic patterns to play an advanced version of the same song again by ear. This is a fascinating process. Enjoy! The first step is to learn to find any chord on the keyboard. Chords like E minor, or A minor, or B major. Now considering that there are 24 major and minor triads, or 3-note chords on the piano, this can seem like a pretty daunting task. But the good news is that all of these chords are based on one simple pattern, and I'll teach you that pattern within the first few minutes of the course titled Pattern Piano and Keyboard. Just being able to find any chord instantly is a huge step musically. But the sad part is, this is where most people stop. They say, yeah, I play keyboard or I play piano by ear, and they play a few chords, but they're frustrated because there's so much more, but they don't know how to get there. Maybe that's you. Let's go on. The second step in learning to play any song on the piano or the keyboard by ear involves learning to stretch all these chords out or play them in what's called an open voicing position so that they sound rich and full and fantastic. Let's take a look at one of these chords. E minor, E, G, and B. Now as you know, there's lots of E's on the keyboard, lots of G's, and lots of B's, right? It's pretty simple. But now look at this. If we play any combination of E, G, and B, we have an E minor chord. We can play anything. We still have E's, right? A G and a B. But it sounds radically different. This is called voicing a chord. It's an open voicing, and it's so much more rich than just the standard closed position chord that's usually played. Those open voicings give the standard chords brand new life. At the beginning of this video, I played 3 chords for you: E minor, A minor, and B major. Now, let's apply that open voicing technique to these chords. Here's E minor, A minor, and B major. Isn't it amazing how those same simple chords can be opened up and they have brand new life? They're rich and full on the keyboard. One super important thing to notice here. Do you notice that even though I'm playing different chords, my hands remain in the same position or shape over each chord? That's what makes this technique so easy to play. Let's go on. The third step in learning to play any song on the piano or the keyboard by ear is to take all of these chords that we've changed into open voicings and then break them up into what's called rhythmic patterns. Now there's really an infinite number of ways that you can break an open voicing into a rhythmic pattern, but here's one option. Do you notice how I'm playing exactly the same notes, but now I've just broken that open voicing up into a rhythmic pattern so that all of a sudden you've got some rhythm and some movement in the music. Now I've said this before, but it's really worth repeating. Notice again that although I'm playing different chords, my hands are making the exact same movements. That's why this technique is so easy to learn and easy to play. Now things are still pretty simple at this point, but you'd be amazed how many students, when they get here, they say, you know what, I can see where we're going. I finally have the confidence to say, I know I'll be able to express myself musically on the keyboard. Let's go on. So far, we've gone through 3 of the 5 steps in learning to play any song by ear using the technique of rhythmic patterns. In the next video, we're going to use everything that we've learned so far to play a song